CNN10. I'm Abigail Pomerantz.
I'm Sara Tobias.
And I'm Olivia Hart.
Today is January 23rd, and we wish you a happy Tuesday. To start off this session of CNN10, we're going to discuss the new tax bill that was signed into law by President Trump on December 22nd, 2017, and that went into effect on January 1st, 2018. How will you be affected?
The new tax bill permanently reduces the corporate tax rate from 35% down to 21%. Families and individuals will benefit from a doubling of a standard deduction and the child tax credit. Although President Trump originally wanted to cut the 7 individual tax brackets down to 3 or 4, that was not included in the final bill. Because the Republicans did not find a way to procure enough revenue to offset the $1.5 trillion deficit, they could not make most of the individual tax cuts permanent. Rather, they are set to expire at the end of 2025. Consequently, the changes are not lasting as the GOP hopes for, and if Congress extends them, the national debt will increase by far more than projected. The new tax bill also cuts taxes for top earners. For married couples earning over $600,000 a year, the original rate of 39.6% is being cut to 37%. One of the more controversial parts of the GOP tax bill is the state and local taxes, also known as SALT. Before the bill, SALT deductions were unlimited, and now individuals and couples are only allowed to deduct up to $10,000 a year. However, it will not affect the taxes filed in the spring of 2018 for the 2017 year.
Another Republican victory that will not affect the general public immediately is the repeal of net neutrality. Net neutrality is the policy that forbids internet service providers from speeding up, slowing down, or blocking any content on the internet. The net neutrality rules that were in place before the repeal were voted for on February 26, 2015. On that date, the FCC voted for the Open Internet Order, which enacted the strongest net neutrality rules in history. Ajit Pai, the chairman of the Federal Communications Commission, proposed the repeal of net neutrality. On December 14, 2017, the repeal of net neutrality rules passed in a vote of 3-2 along party lines.
With that, we will call the vote. Commissioner Clyburn.
I dissent.
Commissioner O'Reilly.
Aye.
Commissioner Carr.
Aye.
Commissioner Rosenworcel.
I dissent.
The chair votes aye. The item is adopted with editorial privileges granted as requested. Thanks to the staff for your terrific work on this item.
Without net neutrality, internet service providers such as Comcast, Verizon, and AT&T have the ability to discriminate against data that flows along their network. For example, they could charge more to customers for the use of Netflix, or serve Netflix data at different speeds for different prices. Basically, internet providers will have no regulations against speeding up or slowing down service speeds for specific websites, apps, etc. However, there are arguments that net neutrality will be beneficial to the economy by boosting business and giving customers freedom of choice about what services to prefer. Next, on the topic of the internet, there's a movement towards sexual harassment awareness that is positively blowing up in the social media universe. That was a prevalent theme at this year's Golden Globe Awards.
17,700,000 women have been reported sexually assaulted since 1998. However, recently, women are beginning to gain the courage to come out to the public and raise awareness. In the past few months, dozens of business, political, media, and entertainment tycoons have been accused by various women of sexual harassment, including Harvey Weinstein, Matt Lauer, Roy Moore, James Franco, Al Franken, Louis C.K., Kevin Spacey, and so many more. Recently, 2 new social media hashtags have surfaced, #MeToo and #TimesUp, and they have become pervasive through social media. The creator of this movement, Tarana Burke, stated that the purpose is to give people the resources for healing. A main source of healing is the sense of community and solidarity, feeling like you are not alone. The entertainment industry illustrated this at the 2018 75th Golden Globe Awards, where the majority of guests wore all black in support of #MeToo and #TimesUp movements, and to show the world that sexual harassment in the workplace must be addressed. It cannot and will not be tolerated. Oprah summed up the sentiment in her acceptance speech of the Cecile B. DeMille Lifetime Achievement Awards.
And when that new day finally dawns, it will be because of a lot of magnificent women, many of whom are right here in this room tonight, and some pretty phenomenal men fighting hard to make sure that they become the leaders who take us to the time when nobody ever has to say, "Me too," again. Thank you.
10-second trivia. In what year was the host city for the 2018 Winter Olympics announced? 2006, 2013, 2011, or 2000? On July 6, 2011, the president of the International Olympic Committee, the IOC, announced Pyeongchang, South Korea, as the host city of the 2018 Winter Olympic Games.
Next month, the 2018 Winter Olympics are taking place in Pyeongchang, South Korea. Pyeongchang is located about 80 miles east of the country's capital, Seoul, and about 60 miles south of the demilitarized zone dividing North Korea and South Korea. The Olympic Games will include 102 events in 15 different sports, including curling, figure skating, snowboarding, and ski jumping. The International Olympic Committee announced in December that it will ban Russia from the Winter Olympics as punishment for the alleged doping of the athletes. Russian athletes who did not participate in the doping will still be able to compete under a neutral Olympic flag. On January 2nd, for the first time in 2 years, North Korea restored communications via a direct military hotline with South Korea to discuss potentially sending a North Korean delegation to the Games, showing promise of amicable relations between the Koreas. Experts are predicting that Germany will come in first place with 40 medals, Norway in second with 37 medals, and the USA in third with 29 medals. The Games will take place from February 8th to February 25th, 2018.
A new addition to the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Gardens is an adorable baby hippopotamus named Fiona. Almost a year old now, she was born on January 24, 2017. She was born 2 months premature and only weighing 29 pounds, as opposed to a normal weight of a baby hippo, which is between 55 and 120 pounds. Most people were sure she was not going to survive. However, she not only survived, but is thriving. Fiona became a symbol of resilience, perseverance, and positivity. According to the New York Times, Fiona Mania has swept the country. Videos of her twirling around in the water rack up millions of viewers online. She photobombed a local couple's engagement photo, and it wound up on The Tonight Show. The popular Cincinnati ice cream purveyor Graeter's made a chunky hippo flavor over the summer, a toffee based with salted peanuts and caramel truffles that sold out at the zoo every day it was available. A local t-shirt company, Cincy Shirts, screen printed a small batch of tees with words "feeling hip" along with the cartoon rendering of Fiona in February, and has since shipped 30,000 Fiona branded products, including tees, stickers, magnets, and now Christmas sweaters featuring Fiona in Santa hats, all over the world. Michelle Curley, the zoo's communications director, who has been involved in the publication and commercialization of Fiona over the past year, has a tattoo of Fiona on her back. Fiona even starred in her own 7-episode long reality TV show, sponsored by Facebook.
Some may be hypocritical of this cutie's fame, but sometimes we could all use this kind of positivity to keep our heads above water. Her birth seemed like it was going to be a hippopotamus for the Cincinnati Zoo, but she exemplifies the notion that we all need to just keep swimming. Next time you find yourself at the Cincinnati Zoo, you hippopotamus go see Fiona the Hippo. That's all for today. This is CNN10.